Health. It's one of those things that you really don't appreciate until you're running out of it, or you don't have as much as you used to have. And I'm talking from experience here. Now, when I was a young lad, I used to ride my bike everywhere, and I was as fit as a flea. Not so much that I would do running because I had asthma, but literally 40 miles a day on a bike was considered to be the norm. And I would go swimming, and I had a six-pack, and I weighed about 11 stone. And then I was a bit of a late developer, and then I started to develop, and I grew muscle, and I felt quite good about that, and I grew in height. And then I had probably about, I don't know, 12 years of uninterrupted feeling goodness. And then you get to 30 and the drink starts to cut in, you put a few pounds on and whatever else, and then you get to about 38. Little things start happening, aches and pains, and now I'm 47 and I've got gout, which is a bastard. I've got eczema, and I've got asthma, which I say I've always had, and you get any aches and pains coming in. Now, some of you may come up with all these different ideas, probably will. I take cod liver oil, which generally gets the pain away from any joints, but just lately, because I've stopped the drinking, I'm actually starting to lose weight, which is nice. Unexpectedly, half a stone, and I cut the salt right out. I literally use very little, but as I say, the gout come back. Now the gout was leaving, so I thought I'll go for a walk. That's a good idea, because now the knee's playing up. However, my plan is this. I'm going to try and do a bit more, because the nights are going to get lighter, so I'm thinking walking and that. But they say when you get older, and especially if you've got joint things, the best thing that you can do is weights. I don't know what you think about this, but low reps, high intensity weights to gain muscle, because as you get older, your muscle will deteriorate and you'll lose muscle. And this is something we don't want to happen. So it took, what are we going to say now, 27 years to quit the drinking, or at least not quit, but to go from the 10 pints a day slowly down to, well, next to nothing. I'll have a pint occasionally, or you know, whatever. So I think now's the good time actually to start looking at a little bit more exercise. And it's kind of one of those things that when you do this and X amount of thousand people see you a month, you kind of feel a little bit obliged to make an effort, sort of try and lead by example kind of thing. So if you're busy looking like some fat slob driving a truck, it's probably not setting the best example. Now, I come from a history, my family on the one side all got to a certain age and just ballooned. So I'm not doing bad in comparison. Yet again, though, on the other side of the family, they stayed thin all their life. So whatever. But I am thinking that I need to go to a gym. But you've got to start slowly, because this job is obviously a 12-hour day of just flat out. And after that, you don't want to do anything. But as I say, I went for a walk yesterday, and it wasn't so bad. And we're going to build up gently. So I'm thinking, this is my plan, see if it works. Carry on doing the walking bit to start with to get used to a bit of fitness, because I am totally sedentary. And then I've got to find a gym in Weston that I can go to, and maybe I'll make some more friends, who knows. And then start doing some weights and try to get some muscle built up. Maybe lose a bit of fat. And try and get a little bit more healthy, because as I say, I do no exercise whatsoever. So I suppose I'm lucky to be this size. I could be twice the size. There's a lot of lorry drivers that do exactly what I do, that are the size of a house, but a couple of them at the moment are in Greggs feeding their heads, but they don't give a shit, so that's all right. There it is. But what do you think? If you were at 47, and there's an arthritis problem in the family anyway, right? Would you be going for low intensity, high weight reps? Is that right? Is that the way to, you know what I'm saying? Basically doing heavy weights, but only a few sets of them, and like that, rather than doing long amount of cardio or you know, running. Because running to a person who has arthritic things in the family probably isn't going to help, is it? I'm kind of asking the questions here because I know nothing about health. I have done my utmost all of my life to avoid effort. Now, I did have a really hard working job on the railway where we used to move hundreds of tons of ballast a week by hand. That was a killer. but I was fairly fit then, much against my will. And that was even when I was drinking quite a lot. So there you are. But yeah, I want to do what's best, and I want to spend as little time doing it as possible, obviously, because I'm not addicted to doing, I mean, maybe I might get it, I don't know, but there are people that are addicted to the adrenaline that they get from the gym. I don't know. But do they have addictive personalities anyway? Let me know what you think in the comments. Personally, myself, I don't know. I mean, if I got addicted to going to the gym, it wouldn't be a bad thing. And also with the times ahead, you kind of think to yourself, you don't want to be sluggish, and I'm thinking sluggish as well. It's very foggy. Do you know what I mean? You feel like you're sat in this grey cloud of slumpishness, and it's not a good feeling. So it needs dealing with, and I'm doing everything else right at the moment. I'm not eating all the fast food, I'm not eating all the crisps or the fizzy drinks, all the crap. I'm taking in fruit and veg. I mean, here we are. Look, apples, bananas. What we got here? Raspberries and fruit couscous. That's today's meal. But I've always liked me veg anyway. I'm quite happy of a night time just to do up a plate of veg. Now I know that's carbs, but it helps the old guts move, if you know what I mean. We need that. All right. Don't want to get on a fad diet, although you might say that's a fad diet. I don't know. This is what I'm looking for in the comments, because I do read through the comments, by the way, and I don't reply to all your comments, but I do see them. All right, and I do have a good crack looking through them. And some of you have some really, really, really fucked up sense of humour, and I really appreciate that, by the way. I'm like, oh my god, yes, go on, son, or go on, bird, whatever. So, and I know that people, right, this is kind of weird, because I don't understand what people see in this. I look out of this, so I don't see what they see, right? And there are women that like chunky men, but it doesn't feel good being chunky, by the way, women. It's not a great feeling in the world. And some blokes go, well, he's a bit of a dude, he's, you know, he's not one of these posers. I wouldn't want to be a poser at the gym. I can't stand that. But it's to elongate your life a little bit longer. Do you know what I mean? Because if you don't do anything and you build up all that clutter within all the tubes that you've got going around your body, I'm so descriptive, it can't be good. So I'm thinking about this. And over the course of time, you would think that people's drinking and their dietary would get worse. Mine's actually got better, which is weird. And it's not been one of those, not actually gone, I've got to do this. It's, I've worked out that this the body does not like and it punishes me for. So let's not be punished. But yeah, I'm just looking for ideas. And do you go to a gym in Weston-super-Mare? If so, do you want to go with me and show me the ropes? Because I need some assistance. I'm a clueless fuck in a gym. As I say, I think I've been in and out of a gym about 3 or 4 times in my life, and I look like that dick that had been in a gym 3 or 4 times in his life. So there you go. Let me know what you think. But I'm going to have to do something. And by the end of this summer, because I've given more or less up the drink, I will have a drink, and there will be special occasions I'll get pissed. Why not? I can. But generally speaking now, it just doesn't happen. I've got this and other things, and you know, you feel a bit better for not doing it. And actually, I don't, most of the time now, if you give me a pint of Thatcher's and you give me a pint of Thatcher's Zero, the Zero tastes better. The alcohol, the aftertaste of the alcohol, I don't actually like. I know it's a bit bonkers, but there it is. I suppose if you spend long enough away from it, you'll grow out of it. Whatever. So, rambled on a bit, but you get the idea. I'm looking at what should I do, what can I do, and also going to the gym on your own soul destroying. But you'd have to find somebody fairly flexible, because Monday to Friday, I'm in here by about 5:30 in the morning, and I'm out of here by about anything from 4:30 to 5:30 to up to 6 o'clock. So yeah, there it is. And then I'd have to travel to the gym. So let me know what you think. But yeah, we're changing things around a bit this year, because we've stuck in a rut for a little while, and we've done a lot of things, me personally, for the other people, and now I'm going to do a bit for me. That's not to say, obviously, I'm not going to do, obviously, all the things I'm doing now, but I want to do a little bit for me. So there it is. Anyway, let me know what you think. Your ideas are great, and I will read them. All right. So yeah, there it is. Speak to you in a bit.